Sorry there. Whenever my reflection comes up, I always get scared because, as you can tell, my face is very scary. Anyway, I was just reading this book called The Importance of Dr. Seuss, and hey, I'm on the cover. I was born March 2nd, 1904, in Springfield, Massachusetts. I lived with my mother, Henrietta, and my father. No. My father was not Bill Nye the Science Guy, it was Theodore. And I was a very active boy in Boy Scouts, but I soon learned it was going to cause scars for life. One day, we had a fundraiser selling war bonds. I sold the second most. Then, on a ceremony, who the whole town came to watch, Teddy Roosevelt gave us our awards. Teddy had not been given enough awards, so he didn't have one for me. When I got up to receive my reward, Teddy was standing there wondering what I was doing. I was so embarrassed I rushed off stage and dreaded public appearances for the rest of my life. I also loved reading and visited the library often. What got me most excited was when I got good grades. My mom would take me to the bookstore and I could buy whatever I wanted. My favorite was the whole book. When it came time for college, I was sent to Oxford in England, half a world away from my family. Now, I may have not been the most serious person. Who am I kidding? I was always playing jokes on everyone. I was voted class clown and least likely to succeed. I'll show them. In class, I found myself uninterested in the topic and started doodling in my notebooks and library books. Luckily, this girl behind me, named Helen Palmer, noticed them and told me I was wasting my time. She told me I should drop out of college and start drawing for a job. Taking her advice, after less than a year at college, I decided to leave and travel. I figured out adults take things way too seriously and vowed to always view the world as a child's perspective. I had to return to America because I was out of money. My parents were happy to see me, but I wanted to be closer to Helen, who was teaching in New Jersey. During this brief time in Springfield, I was drawing cartoons and sending them to magazines in New York City. Within weeks of sending cartoons to New York, I got a job as a staff cartoonist at the magazine called Judge. Now that I had a steady job, I figured I could ask Helen's hand in marriage. We got married September 29th, 1927. I accepted an offer from Vanguard. It marked a long relationship with my friend Surf. I decided to make an adult book released in 1939 called The Seven Lady Godvillas. It wasn't much of a success. The following year, Horton the Elephant comes alive in my book Horton Hatches the Egg. It was a great success. I believe that a rich imagination was one of the most important possessions in life. Creating fantasy words and simulations gave me a perfect venue for my talents and served the very real function of entertaining readers. Many of my ideas came from real-life experience. For the first 20 years of my children's book career, I managed to produce an amazing string of success. In 1956, John Hersey wrote an article in a Life magazine titled Why Johnny Can't Read. In the article, John explains that much of America's youth were having difficulty learning to read. I was given a project to write a book using only words from a list that kids understand. I had difficulty working with such guidelines. In fact, I didn't even know where to start. So I took the two first words off the list that rhymed. Those words were cat and hat. After months of struggling, 1957 marked the birth of the world's most famous book, The Cat in the Hat. After the book was published, I received 4.5 tons of fan mail. Ah, what a savage I was. Sadly, Helen died in 1967. I took a break for a year, then got remarried in 1968 to Audrey Gazelle. I continued my writing career, but toward the end of my life, I was battling many medical issues, from cancer to cataracts. 1991, I died on September 24th at the age of 87. 1993, Audrey refused to have Seussland built in Orlando. She didn't want my name on anything that didn't meet my impossibly high standards. After Universal finished the sketches and concepts, Audrey began to listen. The designers reworked the plans over and over, striving to convince her that the project should be produced. 1995, she gave them permission to build Seussland. As we conclude our time together, I would like to share with you one of the most important and instrumental statements in American history, one that has shaped the way millions of children have learned to read and has created a following unlike many others and secured a place in American history and literature forever. It goes a little something like this. I am Sam. Sam I am. That Sam I am. That Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. Would you like them anywhere? I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am.